The man bit into a grenade right in front of the German officers. The nearby soldiers immediately tensed up, their hands inching toward their weapons. Sensing their fear, the man quickly performed tricks with the grenade, juggling it effortlessly. Then, he pulled a German honor medal from his mouth. The German officer was stunned and immediately demanded to know where the medal came from. The man didn't answer. Instead, he reached into his pocket and pulled out a pocket watch. The adjutant instantly recognized it as his own and rushed forward to snatch it back. But the man dodged skillfully and jumped into a dry well. The adjutant was completely confused. Suddenly, a hand shot up from the well, and several German soldiers pulled the man back up. The adjutant was about to punish him, but just then, his pocket watch's alarm rang. The man had magically returned it to his pocket without anyone noticing. It was all a distraction. The man was a Soviet captain, and before coming here, he had captured a German colonel to bring back to base. But during their retreat, he saw German officers preparing to execute 2 Soviet girls. Outnumbered 4 Soviets against dozens of Germans, he came up with a plan. He disguised himself as a magician and walked straight into the German camp. The German soldiers, amused by his clumsy tricks, let their guard down. He jumped into a wooden barrel, rolling and running around the camp, drawing everyone's attention. As the Germans laughed at his antics, he suddenly disappeared from the barrel. The soldiers were dumbfounded. They searched everywhere, but he was nowhere to be found. Panic spread through the camp. Then, out of nowhere, the man reappeared on the rooftop. He began performing daring acrobatics, astonishing the crowd. Even the German officer clapped in admiration. The adjutant ordered him to come down, but the man kept performing. Then, the officer's expression changed. Something felt off. The medal the magician had pulled out earlier, it belonged to the missing German colonel. The officer drew his pistol and demanded to know where he got it. "If you don't answer," he warned, "I will hang the girls right now." But hidden in the trees, the 3 Soviet soldiers had already taken their positions. Seeing the perfect moment, the Soviet captain gave a silent hand signal and jumped off the roof, landing flat on the ground, motionless. The Germans hesitated. Was this another trick, or had he actually fallen to his death? The officer prodded him with his boot, no response. Then, he turned around only to realize the Soviet girls were gone. They had been rescued. Realizing they had been deceived, the officer shouted for his soldiers to prepare for battle. But it was already too late, until only one survivor remained. Thinking he had been spared, suddenly, the Soviet captain stood up, pointed his fingers like a gun, and aimed at the German. From behind, a Soviet sniper took the shot. 1 bullet, 1 kill. Just like that, they saved the girls and wiped out an entire German squad.